Remember how to go from destructive questions to constructive questions. What were the magic words?
What and how.
Exactly. Easy, right? So if I start my question with those two magic words, it's going to be constructive. Constructive questions drive everybody into action, either myself or the people with whom I'm working on a solution. So let's take a look at our first commandment. And have you noticed it's aligned with one of your core values? And as I mentioned yesterday, if a team doesn't have respect as a core value, it's going to be a rocky ride, okay? And what can we accomplish without respect of each other? I don't think we can accomplish much. So respect for myself and for the perceptions of my teammates. So as long as I am in conversation, I am in business, meaning that the dance continues and that we're even if it's uncomfortable, but if we remain in the conversation, we're going to come to a solution. Okay? So conversations are not discussions and they're not monologues. So if I'm seen and I'm heard, then I feel alive. Okay? So that's why it's important that when another one is sharing, that we listen. So no relationships means no positive results. And I have an impact on my own success and on the success of my team. As coaches, you are as successful as your teams. In your teams, they have role and responsibilities. And what I invite you to do after this program is to do the exercise that we did together on roles and responsibilities, strengths, limitations, and for them to write down what they think their role and responsibilities are, and do they feel there's diversions or conversions with how they're perceived. Compassion, there is empathy, right? And there's also compassion. So it doesn't mean that because one of my colleagues or my teammate my players are depressed that I'm going to become depressed. But I can have compassion and understand why they're feeling that way. And hopefully I can help them get out of that. I don't know it all, and as a leader, by accepting that, I want to be surrounded by people. A strong leader likes to be surrounded by people that can challenge. A leader that has everybody saying yes, 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 don't want to make waves because the leader doesn't leave room for that is not a strong team. We create, human beings, we create with our words. It's the most powerful tool we have. If I give my word to you, guess what? It doesn't belong to me anymore. I gave it to you. So I am supposed to honor that. Okay? So my word is supposed to have value. The day I don't have value with my words, I'm in trouble. It's easy to say, oh yeah, I'm committing to this. Are you going to walk that talk? Because it's all of that, we'll see the proof in the action. Okay? We all know people that say things and they are not their word, they do not walk their talk. If you do not honor your commitments towards your team players, guess what? You're losing credibility and you're losing their, if you've promised something, follow through, even if it hurts. Okay? You have to have a darn good reason not to follow through. Something that I've heard often by coaching a lot of leaders and working with teams, it's that shift. It's to be able to have that shift and say, I'm a coach. Something you hear very little now in the business world is boss, superior. We hear it less and less, okay? So they'll say, my associates, my colleagues. It's like, instead of being like this, it's like, okay, we're a team. Let's work together like this. But my role is this, and it's to coach the team and to make sure they score. So influence means you motivate people, you stimulate people, they actually respect you, they actually want to follow you, they actually believe in the direction that you're taking with them. They trust that you're leading them in that right direction. Recognize your mistakes, apologize, ask for forgiveness, and as everyone that I've coached in the past, they know this sentence, so you clean up your mess. You made a mess, clean it up. Don't leave it out there. People that are ego-driven, there are people that are basically egos on 2 feet. And my father always said, never try to reason with fools. Some people are so ingrained in their ego that even if you try, you can even bring common sense, facts, there's nothing you can do. So what do? You walk away. And don't get into your ego and wind up with this conflict going on. Okay, so not everybody is a good fit with each one of us. Be in control of what you want to leave behind you. Be in control of the impact of your conversations with people. Okay, I like to say to people, what do you want people to say about you when you're no longer here? So you may want to build that now. So you can leave this life having made people miserable, or you can leave this life having made a difference. Then you pick which one you want to be. So if I want to get something done and I want the procedures to be followed, or I'm implementing a change, there's a difference between announcing the change and dictating it to people, and this is what we're doing from now on, versus explaining the change, explaining the why, and saying this is how it's going to come down, and showing them the benefits of that change. So I'd like you to give yourselves a hand of applause because you've done great work.